Hi, welcome to this ecweb screencast. This session is for Medicaid billing providers, and I'm going to demonstrate reviewing billing records for the month and printing provider logs. Most providers print billing records at the end of the month. You can do this for each child individually from the service log screen, or you can use a special list we've created to print them all at once. Here's how to use the special list. On the main menu, click the List Manager button. Now on the List Manager screen, look for the Medicaid Provider Billing List under Owner Lists. You'll want to see this format on the main menu, so click Duplicate to the right of the Medicaid Provider Billing List. This adds it to your child lists above and allows you to see it on the main menu. Next, click View to the right of your new Medicaid provider billing list. Notice that, unlike other lists, by default, you don't see your found set. Instead, you click the Provider Service Selectors button at the top. Now, choose the service month for which you'd like to see your billing records. The last time I chose it was September 2010. This time I'll choose October 2010. Now I can find all records that I billed in October 2010, or just the unsubmitted ones, or the unsubmitted ones with problems, or the unsubmitted ones without problems. In this case, I'm going to find all of them. This returns me to the list and shows me the two children for which I have entered Medicaid billing records in October. It shows me the service coordinator, and here I am listed as the Medicaid provider. It shows me the service dates of those entries, and if I scroll all the way to the right, it also shows me the problems with those entries. Now I should fix these problems, or as many as I can, before printing provider logs. So, to fix the billing entry missing ICD-9 problem, I'll want to go to the billing entry screen for that record. And I can do that easily by clicking on the service date. Now I'm on the billing entry screen for Cedric Lemay for that October record. And if I scroll down, I'll see the billing entry is missing ICD-9. And so I can go to the ICD-9 field and choose the correct one. Now that I've added that, the error record goes away. And if I click Return to List, I'll go back to the list that I was working on. Now notice on the right-hand side that the error hasn't disappeared here. That's because it's cached, and to refresh that cache, we need to go back to the Provider Service Selectors screen and find all records again. You don't have to do this step, but if you want to see this list update in real time, you have to go back and reselect that set of records. Now let's look at the other one with errors. It says we have a consent problem, and we're missing the service recommendation. Well, we can fix the service recommendation problem now. Let's go to that record. Whoops. Here's where it's telling me about the two problems, the provider problems, and one's a shared problem. This one's fixable by the provider, by me, and shared problems might not be fixable by me. I can find out more about how to fix problems by clicking the I to the right of the problem. If I click the I here, it says on the billing detail screen the provider should verify the date of service. Well, I look up here at the date of service and I see 10/6/10, and that is indeed the service date. Then on the consent screen, the service coordinator can verify that the consent was signed and submitted, or the admin assistant can verify the start and stop dates match the cover sheet. So those aren't my job unless I am the service coordinator, or if I just want to see particularly what they're talking about, I can go to the consent screen by clicking consents here. And I notice that no consents have been entered for this child. Well, that's going to be the service coordinator and the office assistant who are going to have to fix that. So that's okay. I'm going to leave that error and continue with printing my provider log. At the moment, I'll go back one screen, clicking the back button up at the top left. I'm back on this screen. I do still want to fix the missing service recommendation problem. So I'm going to click that, and that will take me to the service recommendation form for that IFSP, that filed IFSP. And here's the speech therapy service that I want to recommend. Now that it's been recommended, I can return to the billing record again. And now the service recommendation problem disappears. Notice below where it says 30 minutes are billable. It has a little note here that it exceeded the total minutes for this period on the cover sheet service. What that's telling me is that I have told it to bill for 35 minutes, but only 30 minutes are going to be billed, because if I look at this cover sheet service, it's direct, but 30 minutes one time per week, so it won't let me bill for more than I've specified on the cover sheet of the IFSP. Now that we've checked this and fixed all the problems that we can, we want to return to our list. The Return to List button has disappeared up here because we went to a different page in the meantime. So we're going to fix that someday. But right now, to get back to that list, we'll just head back to the main menu. On the main menu, down under My Lists, here is the Medicaid provider billing list. Because I duplicated earlier, it shows up on the main menu. If I select that, it takes me back to the same list I was on. You'll notice that still the missing service recommendation is here. I'm going to check and see to make sure there are no other problems by going back and refreshing this, going back to the provider service selectors, finding all records one more time. And now I'm seeing that all the problems have been fixed that I can fix. I couldn't fix the date not within the DMAP consent range. So now if I want to print my provider logs, I can click this button and it will print my provider logs for both Zedrix and Trinil and deliver them to me as a PDF download. That's it for entering billing records. Thanks for watching the screencast. Whoops, I said that wrong. That's it for reviewing billing records for the month and printing your provider logs. Now thanks for watching the screencast.